Hey, I'm Mindy Canis. This is the Daily Rage. Let's take a look at what happened this week and see if we can determine where we might go from here. I'll give you some targets for next week. Okay, this is the Dow or the micro Dow. The charts are going to look fairly similar, other than some slight fluctuation for volume. But this had a really good range today, 602 points out of an average of only 430. So awesome, but couldn't really sustain it. So you can see this big tall wick on this guy. So we clearly took out yesterday target one to the short side. Congrats if you took that trade. So let's just clean this up a bit. We can bring this, we'll make this target one essentially yesterday's low. And then this one will go down to, that's like real close. So we'll just go down to this next level here. That can be your target two. As for the high side, obviously we will have to get back up to these highs. What was that? 42,495. So you could use that as your first target. I'm just going to go a little bit more than that and go to this turning line. 42,581. This one can stay where it is for now. All right, moving on to the micro S&P. Similar situation in that like it had a decent range but just couldn't sustain it. So it fell back down but still ended the day green. Not terrible. So let's do this. Target one. That's some serious support. Serious support. We saw that too with the Dow where it ended yesterday. I mean, look, we had our target set here based on this candle. Very strong level of support. That's essentially where it stopped yesterday. You can't make this stuff up. I love it when everything works out so clearly like that. All right, this one, let's just go to this level of support here. I quite like that with all those different candles. As for the high side, let's flip-flop these guys, and same thing, it'll have to get through its high, which is 5803, and we'll just go for that turning line, about 5816-ish, and then let's just pull this down just a touch. Okay, cool. That's great. Moving on to the micro Nasdaq. Alrighty. This one took out both short targets. Yay. Let's go here and here for your short targets. High side targets. Yeah, that's that's now a little ambitious up there. Here we go. And we'll go with the same thing. Go with the turning line. This one is flipped though. It will have to cross that standard line first before it gets there. So you could always use that as an intermediate target should you so desire. This one we also took out target one. This is the micro Russell. So let's move this down to here and we'll go down. That's quite a bit lower, but we'll just see what happens as we move into next week. Turning line is basically at the high. Let's use this one, standard line in this case, and then this will be target two. Moving on to the cryptos. Didn't have such a great day. This one ending in the red, although we totally took out these high side targets. And then, oh, imagine that. We've talked about this many times in the past. This resistance level became essentially the support level. It's always interesting for me to see that on a chart when resistance becomes support and vice versa. Okay, so now that we are here, let's go with that as the high side target and then up top here. As for low side, about to crash into that parabolic SAR. Let's flip these guys, put this one here and move this one just up a touch to grab this other wick. We'll call that good. Moving on to micro ETH and yuck, not my favorite type of daily candle. Just a little bit of a spinning top. I mean, that's not much more than a doji. So let's do this. Let's bring this up here. We'll bring this one up here, kind of just going to fence this in because all this is saying to us today is, hello, we are indecisive. So we'll just wait. Either it's going to go up, it'll have to work its way into the cloud though, or it's going to continue to fall down, which, technically I would say it is closed below the cloud. So that would be my top choice, but these things, they can go either way. Let's bring this one down to here. That's a beautiful fractal. And this would be like a secondary little intermediate 2468 as a short target, but that's super close. So we'll just keep this one down here. All right, cool. Let's check out these MTNs and MWN. Woo, that is nasty. Look at the range on that. Normal is 23.5 and we had 115.0. Whew, goodness. And this, wow, if we open this thing up, check this out. Let's open, we don't even have enough space to show this whole number. Let me move these over. All right, now we're sorted. Okay, that's a nasty, nasty looking candle to the downside. Maybe once the election happens, we'll see if these things get their act together. This one had some support to catch itself on, and it did just that. Look, this day, bam, bam. That's almost right exactly where we ended today. This little 10-year though, that's just rough. All right, let's move on. GC. Okay, gold had another bit of a pullback. It had a nasty day yesterday, flipped that parabolic SAR, and very much like the indexes, it was like attempting a recovery today. And that's about a 50% retracement just from my eyeballing it. So ambush trade all over that. Awesome. And I'm just going to keep these lines are perfect from last week. Haven't even touched them. That's amazing. Okay. And yeah, short side too. Just going to keep everything as is. Lovely. All right, silver. We definitely have to update this because we did take out target 1. So let's about to run into that parabolic SAR. There is no support down to here. So then this will be target 2. This will be target 1. High side, let's just bring this guy down to here. And then that, whichever one you want to go for. This one's a little closer, 34.7, or back up top here would be around 35.1-ish. Let's look at micro copper. Yeah, that's just yuck. Flat like a pancake. Okay, so we're going to just keep these things kind of bracketed in. We're just going to fence this guy. Today's price action, this will be target 2, and this, just scooch this up a bit. All right, cool. That looks great. We'll wrap it up with a little micro crude. All right, we did take out both targets to the short side. So let us move these down to here and here, followed by, of course, here would be your third target to the short side. High side, let's also bracket that because spinning tops are not so much fun in terms of figuring out which way we're going to go. We did get all the way to the top of the cloud, fell back down all the way to the bottom of the cloud. What in the heck? All right, well, that'll do it for this week. I hope your November started off well. Next week, please, please, please be very careful. Put your seatbelts on because it's going to be wild. We're still in earnings season. We have the election, and who knows what else, could happen in our world these days. Feliz Dia de los Muertos to those who celebrate. I'll look forward to talking to you guys on Monday. I'm Mindy Kinnis. Thanks so much for watching.